So today I'm going to show you the structure of my playlists. I'm here in Spotify. I have this tab here, selected playlists. That's because when you have that selected, Spotify allows you to order your playlists how you like. So if I deselect that, I don't know what order it's in actually. Ooh. So I have it like that. I can't get rid of your episodes, which is a minor annoyance. I have this fairly wide because I like it like that. So I have a monthly playlist. Every month, it's arbitrary, but it works. Every month I make a new playlist and I vet songs that come my way, and whatever I want to listen to that month goes in there. Funnily enough, there's a sort of pattern emerging where after an amount of days with a group of songs, I get bored of them. So it may well be that really I'm making a collection of shorter playlists. It's really like maybe 3 days or a week, something in there. This group here, from about Stumbling In to the Piano Sonata, that was one group. Yeah, it's interesting. So that's the monthly playlist. Anything I don't like goes in All Songs Rejects. All Songs Rejects comes from All Songs. This is all of the songs from all of my playlists. And this I just press play and it's on shuffle. And this means that I've got nice music to listen to. And as it's 320 hours long, it's quite a selection, even though I know all the music. Well, I don't know all of it, in fact. I know it all to a degree. It means I've got things to listen to all the time, and it means I can go through my catalogue and have something to listen to. So a lot of my monthly playlist now gets seeded from All Songs. It's version 3 because I culled it a couple of times. I wanted to conserve the state of it at a certain point, so I just make another version. Now, there's a benefit to having an All Songs playlist, to having a master playlist. That's because it acts as a mini library. So when I search on Spotify, I'm searching all the music on Spotify, which is a huge amount. Whereas this is a select 4,500 songs. And so it's what I like of an artist. So not all the songs I know are on here either. Certain obvious ones, whatever doesn't make it into the months, like things I know, things that they won't be on here. Okay, Move On Up is on here. That's my favorite record. So what if I want to search Curtis Mayfield, but I just want Curtis Mayfield that I've listened to and I like? This is a way to immediately have that. So I like Superfly, Maidens of You, So In Love, Jesus Is Good, forgot about that. There are many duplicates in this playlist. As you can see, I've got 2 So In Love. I don't know how that's happened, because it's the same. Well, let's take that off. It's a quirk. I like that track. I'll leave it on. Never Let Me Go. Don't know that. I have the extended and the single. and I don't know Freddie's Dead. Maybe I'd recognize them. So anyway, that's a bonus of it. Let's talk about the months. So this looks really neat. This month has all songs, then I have some category folders. This is personal music. This is everything that is personal as opposed to general. We've got covers. Mostly this is what's in here. Like some very important playlists. Like this is important. 25 important songs. My favorite records. Jazz covers. That's mostly it. It's like functional personal things. Things to sample. Yeah. Mostly for covers. This whole folder. That's the most important playlist. Things I'm interested in. Adding solo. That's also important. So these are things that are to do with me wanting to engage with that music, whereas this music is just about categorization. So now, music is made of sound, that's the smallest form, then the medium term, in the medium length is groove. So many sounds together form a rhythm, which form a groove, and then you have many sections together, and that's the form. So I have sound, groove, and form. Then I've got arrangements. Arrangements is an interesting one in that all of these are nested within arrangement, but also arrangement is specifically, you can arrange for sound, you can arrange for groove, you can arrange for form. It has multiple definitions. Then instruments, solos. Solos is interesting. Culture, this is a general one. So we've got post-Beatles. There are a lot of things that are obviously post-Beatles. You can hear the things that have a direct influence. They sound like the Beatles. Often the guitar sound. Often George Harrison's guitar sound. But also the form. Philosophy, not much in here. Masterpieces, this is an important playlist. And then everything else. Then all else. So I'm going to my monthly playlist. So in this extra folder, I have the previous month, because often I want to dip back in. These are things I'm currently using often. So I put them in here. So because they're quickly accessible, I don't have to go too far when I want to add or use them or remove a song. Then storage is where I have the archive of the month. So I've got the previous versions of all songs, and which was previously master, and then the rejects. Then I've got it by year. There's May, April, March. I used to do a monthly rejects, but I don't bother with that anymore. All of this is emergent, so as I go along, I develop it. And then we got 2024. Yeah, and it's evolved over time. I quite like these top songs. I would like a more interactive interface with Spotify, where we can make these for the month or for any period. It would be nice if we could use the data. Then there's more in here. Often I'll want to listen to a playlist. I mostly, what happens is this is somewhere to put something, and then I'll either listen to it, usually in a concentrated period of time. I will put the effort in to listen to that playlist, and it will be more of a brief skim as opposed to a deep dive, even though there is a desire to listen to a record all the way through to get a good grasp of it. So I try and walk the middle path with that. When I'm reviewing music, I try to give something a chance. I try to not let boredom or impatience inform my listening at that time. Whereas if I were listening to pleasure, I will skip a song, even though it's a good song. So when reviewing, if something is very dissonant, or I'll probably write it off. But if I have a feeling that there's good content in there, if it's showing me that there are hints of like the good musicianship, there's going to be good sounding music there, then I try and put the effort to listen to the record throughout. There might be just a good small section or a solo, something like that. And that's worth knowing because I will categorize that. So that's what these to listen playlists, I don't listen to most of them because most of it isn't very good. But it's things I've tried. Often I was trying quite hard to expand, but I'm not that bothered about expanding beyond what I have. I'm bothered about finding things I deem to be good. Then to listen albums. So each one of these I sort of max out at 10 and I make a new one. Once again, some of these I don't even listen to, but some of them, like this one I recently reviewed, and I went through fairly quickly because I knew some of these, and I just wanted to know what was good. And that genre is interesting. This is used less often. People, that's all, making people mixes, or it's also used less often. Pleasure, there's some, don't use it much to be honest. Functional, also I think I'm actually not so much of a, I find specific playlists quite tough because things are emergent, so I like to make things as they emerge. So like these are all the things, I like dancing to all these. They're not fast or slow. They all make me dance. So it just grows slowly. It's not a fixed size. It grows as I listen to something and I find it. So that's broadly it. Let's explore music because this is interesting. So we've got, mostly we're going to explore sound, groove and form, but then arrangements too. So sound, generally if something sounds good, I'll put it in here. I don't even review this, but I know it'll come in handy because I like certain things about the sound of all these records. I don't know what I liked when I put it in, and that's an issue. I can't label things on Spotify, and I'm not going to make a note on a separate app, unless it's, sometimes I do that, but mostly I don't. So then I've got lots of specific playlists, and most of these will be almost barren, because I made it and I never got made again, but that's what happens. Things will start to naturally form. So snare sound, drum sound 2, bass sound, bad tom sound, bad sound. This one's got a few. Sound via arrangement has a lot because this is me talking about how the arrangement makes the sound. Just sounds good. Okay, there are only 2. Nice sonics. Yeah, so there's actually not too much to say here. Guitar sound, okay. Groove. There's a general groove, there's a drum groove, general groove, drum groove. Swing ass. This is something that really aggressively swings. So it's sort of it's implicit that it's a jazz arrangement. So some sort of at least trio. But it's instrumental. Then that's pretty much it. Form. So there's a general form. Now this one's quite interesting because this actually splits into many sections. So we've got all the obvious culprits. We've got intro, pre-chorus, chorus, B section, middle 8, I like these middle eights. Quite a few. I can't remember how this one goes. Can't remember how a lot of these go. Oh, I remember this. After a fall, we'll try to find our names on the wall. With something of the two combined. Yeah, I like that. Outro lyrics is interesting. What's ingenious lyrics? Great lyrics. Tension, arrangement, vamp. So this is arrangement within form. Our day will come. What time with you? Melody. It's important. And then there are so many others that it's got an all else folder within it. Good form, nice fade. So these are all primary forms, I think. Like melody is not... Melody's sort of meta. It's not like an intro, but it's certainly a general form. So I deemed them like important enough to just stay in the top folder, and everything else. Too soon to chorus comes up often. People love to go to the chorus too soon. Chorus is the main feature. This is when you like the chorus, but you don't like the rest of it. Oh, wouldn't mind listening to No Nights So Long. Until 25. So yeah, at the end of each month, I put this listening playlist into all songs. And yeah, that sort of keeps it up to date. Songs too short. Just gets cooking. This is when it really gets cooking, right at the end of the record. And you think, you guys were just getting going. Why fade now? So yeah, anything I want, middle eight, too short. However ridiculous, I just make it. However specific. Pre-chorus is the main feature. Bad intro. Bad outro. Bad chorus. Okay, well. Finally there's arrangement. And I'm not really sure, it's all just necessary. So that's it. That's the structure of my playlists. There's a lot in there. Enjoy.